Thank you very much.
Catherine will surely be able to convince Count Karen. All that remains is to wait for a response from the Alliance side. For now, there are preparations to be made for the coming battle. I have a request. Catherine will surely be able to convince...
Thank you for bringing me here. I've been given permission to take part in this next mission, too. I'll finally be able to avenge my brother. I swear. I'll take down that monster.
Yet another grand battle awaits. Many will lose their lives. Yes, let's. We must both make it home in one piece. Even considering those we are up against. Friends from a time now past. I won't hold back. I will accept. Thank you very much. Even consider.
The Battle of the Eagle and Lion. Has it truly been 5 years since then? Can you recall whether it was before or after I joined your class, Professor? I'm glad you have not forgotten. It was shortly after I joined your class. I remember it like it was yesterday. So, the campaign continues, does it? Well, allow me, as a professional recluse with 10 years of experience, to volunteer for, staying behind. Oh, who am I kidding? The fighting won't stop until we've defeated Edelgard, will it? Or until we lose, I guess. But there's not much use in thinking about that. Wow.
Hey, I could use a hand. Thanks. I'm glad I asked you.
Edelgard's presence suggests that Hubert is around too. He is Minister of the Imperial Household, after all. He's been around Edelgard since they were children. I suppose he must be pretty happy with his current position.
Word just reached me that the Empire has stationed soldiers in Fort Mercius. If they decide to dig in their heels and defend the fort, we'll be in a difficult situation. I hear it's an impregnable keep, surrounded by high ramparts. Taking it would not be easy. I appreciate it.
Well, what of this? When undertaking research, the usual method is to form a hypothesis, then test it with experiments. Those experiments reveal facts and falsehoods, yet sometimes they also unveil an exception. You seem to be that exception when it comes to my crest research. Worry not, Professor. Exceptions are what make my work interesting. Why don't the rules apply to you? I will find out eventually. I feel it is my destiny as a crest scholar.
Say we do manage to take down Edelgard here. What do you think His Highness will do next? As long as there's a plan, I won't complain. I just, want to know there is a plan. Well, I'd be happy if that were the case, but I don't figure that'll actually happen. All this isn't just gonna magically end the moment we kill Edelgard. It's gone too far. I suppose we should focus on the battle right in front of us, instead of what happens later.
Pardon me, Professor. I am happy to accept your invitation, but
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm at a loss as to what I should talk about.
I realized it after I got to the monastery. Nobody in Fargus knows how to cook.
You're eating too slow, Professor. You just gotta stick all of it in your mouth.
I enjoy baking sweets, but I'm not sure how I'll do cooking other types of food. I see. Cooking is much more exciting than studying or training. Wow.
After we cross the Great Bridge of Myrden, we'll be in my father's territory. We actually crossed it 5 years ago for the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, remember? Oh, this is terrifying. What am I gonna do? I gotta get a grip. You think we'll meet him on the battlefield and he'll kill me? The front lines cover a long stretch of land, you know. We might not even run into him.
tragic end. Tragic end. A tragic end. Be at peace. A tragic end.
As powerful as our knights are, we're outnumbered by a long shot. This won't be easy. It's crazy to attempt this. I guess I'm crazy to go along with it.
Say, I once saw the prince patting the head of an orphan from the monastery. Does this mean even that cruel man has some empathy in his heart? Was it just a random whim? Maybe my eyes just tricked me.
Okay. So, we're finally moving into enemy territory. We can expect the war to get even more intense from here on out. I'm really feeling the tension now. I have almost no experience with battles of this scale. Professor, I'll be grateful for your leadership on the battlefield. I know I can trust you.
Pardon me.
Reconnaissance is becoming more of a risk the deeper we move into enemy territory. If I don't come back, assume I'm dead. I'm glad you think so highly of me, but we have to be realistic. Don't waste your energy worrying about me.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. I hear we're sending troops to Gronder Field next. Is that what's what? That whole area is in the territory of House Burgley's. It's famous as the main granary of Fodlan. If we could capture it, we probably wouldn't have to worry about food anymore. Bread for all!
Welcome! Come back soon!
Okay.
Professor.
No.
I can hardly believe we're crossing the borders of the Empire to battle their army. I never thought I'd see the day. You'd never guess from the calm looks on everyone's faces, though. I mean, we're probably all gonna die, let's be honest.
His Highness, Lord Rodrigue, you? There's really something wrong with a lot of you, I swear.
The Great Bridge of Murden was considerably better fortified than it was 5 years ago. The bridge was full of soldiers, and they all died. And Ferdy was there. We killed Ferdy, Professor. He used to be our friend. Do you remember those days?
Am I doing all right? I hope I'm not too off.
I hope this song reaches the goddess's ears.
Well...
My thanks. You have my sincerest gratitude. Circumstances and my wounds have prevented me from being by His Highness's side these 5 years. I am grateful that you have found him for me. I am once again in your debt.
I can finally kill her. Finally, I can avenge them. Need something? This one? You're all set. See you again soon.
let's see. I gotta keep this place clean, and I mean properly clean, every day. Dust it, sweep it, everything. You never can tell when Lady Rhea might be back. Thanks, Professor. This is...
Oh, it's you, Professor. Sorry, I was a little lost in thought there, about all that has happened and all that is to come. I'm sure the battles ahead will not be easy, but please take good care of His Highness.
Each time we press forward, our search for Rhea broadens to a wider area. I certainly hope we will find at least some clue. But I do suspect I already know where she is. If I'm right, and she is in the Imperial capital, then we cannot save her until we topple the Empire. I accept.
What do you think? The thought of fighting people who were once our friends, it makes my heart heavy. If it was gonna come to this, maybe I should have avoided making friends with people from the Empire and the Alliance to begin with. I just don't know, Professor. I'm having a hard time with it. It did often seem strange to me at the Academy that we were studying with all these people from all over the world. But I feel like I've finally started to understand the real reason behind it. The more you get to know people from other places, the harder you'll try to avoid fighting wars with them.
I hear the next battle could be a big one. Is that true? I miss the old days when if someone got hurt, we'd rush them to the infirmary and make them well. But on the battlefield, there's not enough time to help. People die. Professor, don't be one of those.
The thought of fighting...
So, we're finally going to set foot in the Empire. I'm starting to get a little nervous. We already fought Ferdinand at the Great Bridge of Murden, but I guess there's a good chance we'll be fighting more old friends from here on out. Thank you. Thank you.
If we defeat the Imperial army at Gronder Field, what will our next objective be? I guess we won't have much choice but to try to take Fort Mercius, on the far side of Gronder Field. It's probably too soon for us to be thinking about that, isn't it? The battle just ahead of us is far from certain. Oh. Oh.
Keeping it clean, sweeping it clean. No more trash, nowhere, no how. Oh darn, there's trash over there. Hey, Professor! The cathedral's a real important place for the Church of Seros, so I always make sure it's all sparkling clean. The monks do some cleaning too, and they tell me not to bother, and sometimes they even say to go away, but they just don't clean as good as I do. I don't stop until everything shines. Nah, not really. And Lady Rhea told me it's okay if I don't show an interest unless I feel like it. And I haven't so far, but I just want to take good care of the things she cares about. If there's a thing she wants taken care of, then I'll do it better than anyone else. Don't you feel the same? Since Lady Rhea really took a liking to you and all. Maybe you don't realize how great a person Lady Rhea is. She's always praying hard as she can for her followers all across Fodlan. She does it every single day. And even though she's always so busy, she tries to listen to as many people's needs as she can. When she's seen the kids who lost their parents in Ramire Village, she didn't leave them there. She got the church to take those kids in, same as me. She's so kind. She's almost like a mom to all her followers, and just everybody that I can think of loves her. Hang on, you trying to say you know more about Lady Rhea than I do? Okay, maybe she likes you more than she likes me. But I know that I know a whole lot more about her than you do. I know these things, okay? So don't go talking down to me like you know better. Huh? Well, just as long as we're all clear on that.
I have a question. Wow, that's the...
We can handle it.
Sure, nice to... We didn't do too bad, did we?
I'll do what I must.
I understand.
I'm really getting it, I think.
This is making sense.
I'm finally grasping this. I'm getting the hang of this.
Feeling pretty good about this.
We did well enough. How best to use this skill?
Yeah, I'm getting it.
I still need to improve.
I see how this works. I'm really getting it, I think.
Age is but a number.
I'm feeling great today, Annie. Let's get to it.
Leave it to me. With the two of us together, we'll get it done in a snap.
I hope you're right. Let's get this over with so we can have a cup of tea.
Not a bad conclusion, Mercy. But maybe we should have put more effort into it.
Goodness, Annie. You always work so hard. But I suppose I could try just a little harder.
How best to use this skill?
I suppose it's working.
I've really gotten the hang of this.
I suppose we should...
Ooh, I love this stuff. Did you know that?
I appreciate any good meal, but nothing beats enjoying my favorite food.
Yeah, you just get it, Professor. This is my favorite.
This is my absolute favorite. How did you know, Professor?
This looks delicious. Let's eat.
This is so good. Can I have seconds?
Professor. Hey, Professor. It's been a while. Well, actually not that long. If you're here about the reinforcements, no need to worry. I've sorted everything out with my father. If the Alliance agrees to chip in as well, we might have a real chance at victory.
Hey, you.
Professor. Do you have a moment, Professor? I need to speak with you. Thank you so much. This is what I wanted to address. This letter from my adoptive father just arrived. Oh, have I not mentioned him? He's the reason I first came to the Officers' Academy. He's also the one who dragged me from the church where I was living, just so he could use my crest. My crest does not yet belong to a house, so he plans to use it as leverage to marry into the nobility. He's a very greedy man who was a roving merchant before adopting me, but now he's in the capital. This letter says that he's finally arranged to marry me off to a wealthy noble. I know he's just thinking of himself, but can't he see that this isn't a priority when we're at war? I don't know what to do about this proposal. I can't see any way around it, so I fear that I must. I just don't want to let go of the life that I've made for myself. I know it's not what my heart wants, but I don't have the strength to say no. I believe I've mentioned this before, but I want to work in service of the church. Well, I suppose it doesn't necessarily have to be the church, but I want to help those in need. If I were to marry a noble, I think it would be difficult to realize that dream. It's just, I've always allowed myself to follow the whims of those above me. I convinced myself that everything in life was at the will of the goddess. I was blind to reality. I believed it was her will to both pull me from the church and guide me to the Officers' Academy. The decision to enter this war was the first time I acted of my own free will. My adoptive father opposed this decision, but I somehow managed to convince him. Still, I couldn't free myself of him completely. This letter is proof of that. It's not that I'm scared of him, but there is something that worries me. I knew you'd understand, Professor. I've sat down to write a reply several times, but I can't muster up the courage or the words. I was hoping you could provide me with the encouragement I need. That's a very good point. We're only given one life, so we must do all we can to pursue our happiness. Okay. I think that may have been just the push I was looking for. I'll tell him the truth. That I found a life worth pursuing, and I must decline the proposal. Maybe I should tell him I've fallen for someone else. Why, it's you, Professor. Isn't that obvious? I'm just teasing. Now I'm off to write this letter and stand my ground. Thank you for your encouragement.
Word just reached me that the Empire has stationed...
This experience is critical.
Let's see. I gotta keep...
Hello there.
I'll keep my voice down. Don't want people thinking I'm vying for attention. But how loud is too loud?
This is no good. Sing from your diaphragm. Lo! Get it? Lo!
Why, thanks. You have circumstance.
Let me consider. Catherine has successfully convinced Count Karen. However, the knights we sent to the Alliance have yet to return.
I'm getting the hang of this.
I was trying to catch you off guard, but you managed to block it. Not too shabby, Professor. Oh, come on. Look at the blade I threw. It's just a wooden training sword. At worst, you could have gotten a bruise or perhaps a splinter. Let's agree it was funny and move on. Aw, poor thing. Aren't you used to getting hurt? You've been in your fair share of battles. Besides, I knew you'd dodge in time. I told you before that I was going to observe you. Since then, I've been watching you. I know what you're capable of. I took steps to make myself invisible, so I could observe you without being detected. I hardly let you out of my sight. After extensive research, I've concluded that you really are first-rate. Your sword skills are impeccable, you're a gifted educator, you clearly love working with the students. Someone with all of your exceptional qualities should not exist, but here you are. At first, I thought Gerald was the reason for Lady Rhea's interest in you. But no, Lady Rhea knew exactly what she was doing when she singled you out. Unfortunately, I can't hope to emulate you, let alone wield the sword of the Creator. So my plan of imitating you for Lady Rhea's attention has come to nothing. I didn't say that. When we rescue Lady Rhea, I'll provide her a full report of your activities. Hopefully, then I'll be in her good graces. Oh, and don't think you can avoid being watched. I won't let you out of my sight.
There's quite a bit of fog settling in. We won't be able to advance our troops very far in this.
We won't be able to move at all until the fog lifts. No matter which path we take, we'll have to be patient and wait it out. Gilbert? No? Gustav. I would like to take this opportunity to speak with you about something. It's about the tragedy of Dusker. There's something about it I just can't wrap my head around.
I'm listening.
I lost a son in Dusker that day. I exhausted every last resource I had to investigate what took place there. I was startled to find that there wasn't a single shred of evidence to suggest that Lady Patricia's carriage had been attacked.
Go on.
Apart from His Highness, whose injuries left him on the verge of death, everyone else present at the time was slaughtered. Of all the victims, only the corpse of Lady Patricia, His Majesty's second wife, was never found. Isn't that right?
Surely that means she was abducted. There was no evidence of an attack, suggesting they threatened her, but did not kill her.
But what reason would they have to take her? Would it not have been better to kill her?
Perhaps she had some value as a diplomatic pawn.
Nonsense. In the many years since that day, has Lady Patricia ever been used thus?
No, not as far as I know. Then perhaps she was used for some political gain within the Empire.
Now that her daughter is the Emperor, what reason would she have to keep hiding her existence?
It is possible she passed away after returning to the Empire.
Gustav, I know this is hard for you to hear, but just consider what it would mean if Lady Patricia was involved with that incident.
Silence, Rodrigue. I will not allow you to tarnish her memory like that.
I do not mean to imply that she arranged His Majesty's murder or anything of the like. But Gustav, I cannot shake the feeling that the tragedy was part of a much larger conspiracy. There is more to it than we know. That much is certain.
Rodrigue! Gilbert! Please hurry!
To kill like this is inhuman.
This is one of the knights we dispatched to the leader of the Alliance. Tell me everything you know.
Sir, a soldier on patrol came across this night a short while ago, in a rocky area not far from here. Someone from the Alliance must have disposed of the body there.
Is this how the Alliance chose to inform us that they have no intention of joining our cause?
The Alliance lords each have their own motives. It's difficult to say for sure who was behind this. Whatever the truth is, the other knights we dispatched are in serious danger. It's best to assume that joining with the Alliance is out of the question now.
Even with Count Charon's support, this makes our situation grim.
I never expected the Alliance to help us. Anyone who stands in my way will be crushed beneath my feet.
It is time, dear brother.
It's all thanks to hard work. Professor Manuela, it's been far too long since we've had a proper chat. Let's fix that right now.
Too true, Dorothea. We hardly have a moment to spare here. But it's so nice to see you flourishing. It certainly brings back memories. You know, somehow you've gotten even prettier. The years have been kind to you.
That's something like a rose telling a daisy it's pretty, but I appreciate the compliment all the same.
Oh, honey, if that's the case, I hope you'll work hard to never become a rose like me. Too many thorns.
Oh, stop it. You've accomplished a great deal. You should be proud.
That's a very nice sentiment, and I appreciate it. Thank you. So, I've been very curious. How did you end up enrolled at the academy anyway? I know you didn't have any family connections. How'd you do it?
Well, it did require pulling some noble strings. But learning everything to pass the entrance exams, that was all me, and very hard. Especially while I was still singing for the opera. But I wanted the academy more than anything else.
Well, bravo, and well done. You've always had to find your own way in life, haven't you? I so wish you could rely on people more often. Still, though, you haven't said why you worked so hard to get into Garreg Mach to begin with.
Isn't it obvious? Because you were here. When you retired, it broke my heart. But it also woke me up. Seeing someone like you, who shines so brightly on the stage, give it all up and start a brand new life. It got me thinking about my own future, and what I wanted it to look like. As ever, I followed your lead.
Oh my. I don't know what to say.
I had also heard that the heirs to the Alliance, Empire, and the Kingdom were all enrolling as well. With such an exceptional crop of potential spouses, how could I go anywhere else?
And have you gotten what you were after? Your dreams, a future, and a good partner?
I'm sure I'll find my somebody someday, but I haven't found them yet. Ah, it's so nice to spend time with you again, Manuela. It's been too long.